All right. I think I lost my ability to talk in front of a camera. This is probably the fourth time trying to record this video for y'all, and I apologize. It has been a crazy week with WeCast on Saturday, and I just had like zero time to film. I was running around trying to get stuff in for the show, organizing all of it, and I'm so glad, I spent that time to do it. It was a really awesome event, but of course there's stuff to improve upon. So for those of y'all that did fill out the survey for me, thank you very much. Those points really helped me and kind of opened my eyes, because I wasn't able to be everywhere at once. As much as I was running around, I just couldn't focus on everything at once. So those of y'all that did that, thank you. In this video, we're going to be talking about stuff that happened last week, as well as stuff that's happening now, and then we're going to be talking about stuff coming in the future. So again, this is the fourth time I'm filming this. I don't know what it is. I can't seem to focus on exactly what I need to talk about. So instead of trying to make a really nice video for y'all in terms of running around the store here, I'm just going to sit myself here, describe the items except for one thing, which I'll show y'all, and really just try to hammer down. That way I can actually get a video out and not stress on this the whole day. So let me get this. I'm not even going to shut the camera off. Pre-orders for Lake Pro Tackle Gill shirts are up now. So please head over to the website if you want to get a Gill collaboration shirt with Lake Pro Tackle. It's going to have Lake Pro Tackle right on the corner here. They are going to come in one color. This is the medium gray color. This is one of my favorite colors of all time. If I could wear medium gray every day, I absolutely would. I guess there's technically nothing stopping me from doing that other than buying a bunch of shirts. But this is the medium gray color, one of my absolute favorites. These shirts are extremely light, UV 50, so that's just going to protect you from the sun. And on the website, you're going to see there's a hooded option and a non-hooded option. Even though the colors look a little different, they are going to be very similar. I know we don't like bringing apparel in the shop, and let me tell you why. Is because we have to carry all the sizes at all times, or someone's going to feel left out. So when it comes to apparel, I decided we're going to just knock it out with a pre-order. That way everyone orders what they want, and we give you minimal options on variants and colors and stuff like that. So this run, medium gray, hooded and non-hooded sun shirts, the UV Tech long sleeve tee, as well as the hooded. So go check that out. Do me a big favor. These are really awesome. I can't stress that enough. Again, y'all, I'm struggling here. My brain, I don't know what it is. I haven't had that much coffee, but I just can't sit in front of a camera. Creatively, I'm kind of at that blocker right now. Speaking of stuff that came in last week, huge restock from Ryugi. So Ryugi is a great company out of Japan. They make amazing hooks. Some of their stuff as well in terms of the terminal and storage is very well thought out in terms of how they go about designing each and every one of these. One of my favorites is the R-Tank storage. If you're familiar with them, let me grab one here real quick for y'all. These are the R-Tank Freeze. They also make one that has compartments in it. So the R-Tank Freeze is one of our favorite storage boxes for your hard baits, or chatterbait spinner baits. This is the XL size. I couldn't tell you the exact dimensions. Maybe it's on the back here, but they are waterproof, and they come in a couple different colors. We only got these in because the other ones were sold out from our distributor. The other one has all the terminal, and you can put plenty of weights, plenty of hooks, literally everything in there, and still have tons of room. Mine that I use is literally filled to the brim with hooks and filled to the brim with weights. So bunch of cool stuff from Ryugi, and we did restock the Talisman 1/0, the heavy guard, the one that everyone's looking for. 1/0 is in stock, and I think 2/0 is currently in stock at the time of recording this video. We also have the Talisman Brutal hooks, which are a little bit bigger gap, more for your bigger Nico style stuff. In terms of just the gap, I would say a 1/0 and or how should I put this? Like a 3/0 regular talisman and like a 1/0 talisman brutal are very similar in terms of the like hook gap between the point and the shaft, essentially. All right, next up here, we have a bunch of cool stuff from SLP Works. Initially, when we did our drop for the aluminum crank sets, that 100mm ones, those flew out of here. These are now available. These came in last week. These are the carbon crank set with Majora purple knobs already on them. These guys are really, really neat. So, like Studio Composite, they're using carbon on their handles. These guys right here are very universal. So this one specifically, the full set comes in a 90 and 100mm size. If you want just the crank handle without the knobs, we sell those as well. 85, 90, 95, and 100mm. They're gonna come with the bearings and everything you need to put the knobs on, which is really great. So a bunch of cool stuff from SLP Works, and if you want just the knobs, we have a few available from the drop a couple weeks ago still. So make sure to check out all the cool stuff from SLP. These are very, very cool handles. Trust me, guys, ultra light. They're gonna make your reel feel really amazing with how smooth they are. And I do want to let y'all know, kind of moving into like the forecasting stuff, Glitch Oil. If you aren't familiar with them, I got in contact with some of the guys over there. The Glitch Oil stuff is incredible. If you are a gear junkie, you love maintenance, you love working on your reels, make them super tuned, the Glitch Oil is what you're looking for. High viscosity, lower viscosity oils. They have so many different types, and just put an order in for those. So I'm waiting on confirmation on that. But if you're into that whole maintenance side, y'all, we're gonna have, I hope, the drag grease as well as like the gear grease, and then of course a ton of the different oils. So looking forward to that. That is very, very exciting news, as well as some other cool stuff. Studio Composite from Japan, of course, the handles and the rods. The handles are currently in the RC SCEX Plus. That's a mouthful. I'm surprised I even got that out. Those are back in stock for the Shimano, which is a 7x4. We're also going to be getting the finesse version in, the power finesse version in, hopefully later this year, at the end of the year, as well as a humongous shipment of rods. And I'm looking forward to that. The Paradox Parker are really, really amazing. And I think a lot of y'all will fall in love with those as well. Tons of new stuff, especially in this whole JDM category. So let's go ahead talk about some of the new Megabass rods that just came in. I'm doing better than I thought, y'all. So the new Megabass Destroyer Evolution rods are now in, built with a titanium shaft. Some of them use a lot of newer technology, like the slant bridge design on the handles. We have the full product line. I'm talking all the spinning, all the casting. This is the very first time we have brought a full product line in the store. That's how excited we are about them, and that is how, what's the word? That is how much we are betting on how good these rods are. The Destroyer Evolution line it feels a little bit more solid than a P5. Like, I would be 100% more inclined to do just a Magnum hook set on these Evolution rods with that titanium shaft. And I'm not saying the titanium shaft is why it is, but these rods just feel built. They feel solid. They are extremely, extremely light as well. There are so many great things to say about them. I'm going to do a separate video kind of breaking them down. And I know Ben from the Hookup Tackle, he's doing a video dropping today. As I'm filming this video, he's going to be dropping one very soon talking about the whole lineup. So if you need information, I would go to the Megabass expert, Ben from the Hookup Tackle. I know he's putting that video out, so I'm not going to try to compete with him on any sort of level when it comes to Megabass and knowledge on Megabass. But I will be doing a separate video kind of breaking down some of my favorite models, maybe some of the actions and stuff, and see where that goes. But again, y'all, go check out Ben and what he's doing over there for these Destroyer Evolution rods, because I know it's going to be a super awesome video and very informative as well. One thing, I know this is kind of a hit or miss subject for y'all. Shimano, G Loomis, Power Pro, and Jackal price increases have hit. Now, I don't want to scare y'all off from purchasing a rod or a reel. These increases vary anywhere from like 10 to 30% depending on when the product was manufactured as well as the product of origin. Now, the Chinese market has been hit the most when it comes to the tariffs. So most of your X Pride, your Poison Adrena, those are getting hit pretty hard. When it comes to the reels, some of your higher end reels aren't getting hit as bad because a lot of those are still made in Japan. And it's not just Shimano. Daiwa's also went up, so just making y'all aware, they're kind of playing, step by step on how these tariffs are forming and kind of where they're looking at right now. So there's a lot of hesitancy in the industry currently in terms of what's going to happen with the tariffs. Are prices ever going to come down? My hope is, my goal is to really supply you with fishing tackle. That's all I really care about at the cheapest price. So when it comes to some of these price increases, I want to do something kind of like a rebate where if you buy a $200 rod, you get X amount back, or an Ultima $900 rod, we give you X amount back in store credit, something like that, to help y'all out. Because we're all at the end of the day just gear junkies. We love learning about fishing. We love fishing in general, and I want it to be an enjoyable experience. I don't want it to be you come in the shop or shopping online saying, oh, I really don't want to buy this because 1 month ago, before all this tariff stuff got put into effect, or these tariff pricings went into effect, it was like $50 cheaper, right? I don't want that to happen, and I want to make it easier for everyone to just have a good time, relax a little bit, make up for it in the end, because a lot of the inventory we bought when it was cheaper, and now that our prices increased, these companies are forcing us to increase the minimum advertised price, which is MAP pricing, or MSRP, manufacturer suggested retail price, right? So most of this is MAP increases, minimum advertised price, which we have to adhere to, or we get out of being a dealer, right? So I think Megabass still hasn't increased, but Daiwa, Shimano, Pure Fishing, Halo will be rolling out some here and there. Some other rods that we have, Lew's have increased. I'm trying to think what else we got. Leviathan swim bait rods hasn't increased yet. Miller rods, to my knowledge, hasn't increased, but this is still kind of all in the air. There's no certainty anywhere, and that's kind of where I'm at for the tariffs. And I'm going to move on. We do have some very awesome drops coming in the near future. About a week and a half, we are going to be receiving our shipment of Wake Walker LTs from Throwback Swim Baits. This is their really first mass production ABS bait. Really, really cool. So it's based off their regular Wake Walker, which this one here is going to weigh 2 ounces and come in at 5.5 inches. This guy can be waked at the surface on a nice slow retrieve, or rod tip up and you can burn it in pretty good. Another thing you can do with it is have the rod tip down and crank it down, and it's going to go kind of subsurface. This bait is really, really cool. Going to come in, I think, 5 or 6 different colors. We are going to have a massive drop for these. So as soon as I get tracking and ETA on these, we are going to be getting these up on the website for y'all for a drop. Again, typically we do 10:30, and we have so many coming in. What I might do is cut it into one day, but do like 10:30, Central Time in the morning, and then do one at like 3 o'clock Central Time. So we'll have 2 separate times. That way, if you're waking up like East Coast or waking up West Coast and it's like only 8 o'clock, or East Coast and it's already 12 o'clock, that way we can try to help everyone out. So we're going to have those in very, very soon. I can't wait to drop those for y'all. See, I don't know what it is. Talking in front of camera today, not great for me. Another thing that we have coming in from Japan is the Grow Design Works G Flag 175. We also displayed this at the WeCast Tackle Show on Saturday. It's going to be the bigger brother to the G Flag 150. I know a ton of y'all absolutely love the flag base, and I do as well. The G Flag 175 is going to be a little bit bigger. It's going to have a little bit more of a universal like bluegill / shad pattern or profile, and you're going to be able to do everything you were able to do on the G Flag 150, top hook or bottom hook. We're also going to get the damper kits to kind of decrease the amount of movement you get out of the bait, as well as the repair kits. So tons of new stuff coming in, and I can't wait to get it all at the shop here for y'all. And I apologize, this video is pretty boring, pretty static in terms of movement, but that's kind of what I have to do today to really hammer down and focus on filming this, because it's been a while since I got a video out again. So thank you so much for bearing with me here. Lake Pro Tackle fam, y'all are absolutely amazing. For those of you that came to WeCast, thank you very much. I'm finally rounding it out here. If you aren't following the social media, y'all, I'm posting every single day, almost every single day now, at least on the story. Cool stuff that comes in. Again, going to be talking about some of the Destroy Evolutions in another video this week, as well as some of the drops more specifically once I get more information on those. So y'all, thank you very much for watching and going through this video with me. And if you aren't subscribed, please consider subscribing. And can't wait to see you in the next video, guys. So thank you very much. See you next time.